Good afternoon. Hi,
Yo,
Nicole.
what's up?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Miss CEO of Saviano Skin, also known as Chef Nick, welcome to our segment Mirror Mirror. So, first question, first things first. How did you get into the beauty space?
So, as you can see, I'm a bad bitch myself. So, but I feel like I've always been into it. Like, if it wasn't recently, my whole life, I've always been into makeup and beauty, and I just one day decided like, you know what, I'm gonna just take this serious, and I went to school to get licensed. But nowadays, honestly, license isn't even really needed at this point. But I've always been into beauty. I've always did my own makeup. I YouTube was my like go to since I was like 12 years old. I always went to YouTube for everything. I taught how to do my own hair, makeup, teeth whitening, all of that. So I just always been into it, and I just decided to take it serious within the last couple years.
Okay. So, how was it the process of getting your license? Like, just all of that? Was that, did you have any challenges during that process? How was that?
Yeah, so the process was you just sign up to beauty school. I went to Health and Style on Piedmont Road here in Atlanta, and it was it was a lot of time dedicated to it. 1,000 hours is what you need, but it was hard because I had kids, and it was just hard. But I pulled through, and I did finish it. Only thing I would say is that a lot of the beauty schools nowadays don't focus they don't teach you everything. I feel like they just go by the book, and the book is very broad in general. But I feel like the teachers at health like beauty schools should focus more on teaching being more one-on-one intimate with specific how do you say, like just specific things like how to do brows, how to thread brows, how to do lashes. They just tell you, okay, they'll just show you how to do facials, and then they'll that's it. Like that's all they'll show you. Everything else you kind of just have to teach on your own. So I wish that beauty schools did focus more on hands-on and more specific to whatever the student wants to focus on, and want to expand and grow as far as their own business.
Okay. So
Mhm.
when you were going through that process, I guess what were some of your goals when it came to makeup? Like, did you want to be like a makeup artist for like, events? Did you want to focus on working with like celebrity clients? Did you want to do weddings? Like, what was your like, what were you interested in?
So the funny thing is that I didn't want anything to do with makeup. I just like doing my own makeup. Like that's it. I would never was like, oh, I want to do makeup as for a living. I wanted to do facials, which I love still, and I still offer that. But when I went into beauty school, I was like, I want to do facials because one thing about it, like makeup looks nice and all, but if your skin isn't like if your skin is not clear, smooth, on point, like your makeup is not going to make it look better. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to focus with skin, because at the end of the day, makeup looks nice and all of that, but the goal is to be beautiful naturally. So I really wanted to run with that, but as much I still do want to focus on skin, but now I took a turn to makeup because I feel like I have that really good application. I have that talent, and I want to, capitalize on that. But as far as clients, and I don't have like a dream client because I really just want to build relationships with like the regulars, because at the end of the day, those are the ones that are coming in when they have a wedding to go to, if they have a party, or they have like a work, because I always have like work formals that those type of clients that come to me. So I just like building those relationships and just catering to them and making them feel beautiful. Because like the celebrities and stuff, they just come, they're one and done. They don't look twice at you. You know what I mean? If you're available, they'll come to you, but they probably won't even think about you again. So I don't really have like a dream client, you know.
Do you have any stories like either from like beauty school or like working with clients that was like one of your most memorable or
Um
funny experience that happened?
Most memorable. Trying to think. I just know like one thing that I loved about beauty school was that it was more of just like I could touch up my own eyebrows. My friend, I've one of my best friends to date, CJ. She used to do my lashes at school every week. Like I used to go up there and we all had our lashes on fleek. My skin was popping. We always had facials, did facials on each other. I was pregnant in beauty school and my friends were like giving me belly facials and that was just really really cool and fun and I do miss that dearly but yeah as far as my experiences with clients it's very very professional. I haven't had like a crazy story just yet. I kind of just dived into the makeup industry, so I don't really have any crazy stories right now with that.
Okay. Awesome. So, how do you balance being a mommy and doing all these things? Like, first of all, you were pregnant in beauty school is like already an amazing thing. Like, I couldn't
Mhm.
imagine. But how do you balance that? And what does that look like? What's the day in a life?
Man, so like I really give it up to moms. Like moms are strong. Moms literally have to it's just hard. It's a task. And you just have to remember like if you're a mom listening right now, don't you of course put your kids in front of you. Put your kids before you, but don't forget about yourself. You know what I mean? Don't forget about your career. Don't forget about what you want to do in life and you have to like you have to push 3 times, 10 times harder than you usually would because you have these kids and if anything think about them when you are when you are lazy and don't want to get up and just like you just worry about the kids, make sure the kids is fed and all that and then you just go back, clean the house and that's it. That's your day, that's your life. Like it's hard, but I always remember that, I'm young. I got them out the way, but I'm young and I know that I have a purpose. You know what I mean? And I'm not like here for to just be a mom. Of course I love being a mom, but I'm not here for just that. I am a entrepreneur. I'm a beauty like blogger. You know what I mean? So I just always remember that and it's just also like a mental strength. So anything that helps you mentally, physically, emotionally, because having kids, I have 2 kids now. At the time I was pregnant with one, but now I have two. And, I just, I work out. I work out to keep myself, um, sorry, y'all, I'm getting hot. But yeah, so I work out to keep myself disciplined, grounded. I also like I read books and I just keep myself busy with I always remind myself about things in the beauty industry. Whenever I am on TikTok scrolling or on Instagram, I make sure it's something beauty related. So I'm always teaching myself something and that I can apply to the next client I have. Or if I have time to myself, the kids are asleep, then I'll make a Instagram video. So I just take those like, opportunities when they're asleep or you know what I mean? Just find time to. And it's hard. It's easier said than done, but it's definitely possible.
Got you. Would you say that you like use makeup, um, skincare, all the things to get back to yourself after
Yes.
the whole pregnancy thing? Like I know
Yes.
I haven't been pregnant or anything, but I love pregnant women for some reason. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, well, do you need anything? Like, can I take
Mhm.
you to the car? You know what I
Oh my
mean? It just
God.
happens. But yeah, did you use that as kind of like I imagine it was a catalyst in, like you kind of getting back to yourself?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was so tired of looking like a homeless bum. Like after that, like first month, second month postpartum, like you look like a bum. Like you're gonna look like a bum, and that's just it is what it is. But it's up to you to get yourself out that funk. And yes, makeup. I feel like that's probably why I went so hard and wanted to do the makeup thing because it did. That was probably the only thing that like made me feel like myself. Because after you have kids, like you're not gonna be yourself again. Like that's just the truth. You're not gonna be yourself. You're learning a new woman, a new like mom. You're a new person. So this makeup actually just was like that connection to my old self. So yeah, it definitely did help me and just yeah, it definitely opened me to that world again and like opened that love for me. But as far as like sorry, I forgot. No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I did want to ask. This is kind of going backtrack a step, but did you notice any major differences with your skin and different things like that when you were, going through
Mm.
pregnancy and things? Like anything major that you could share that may help someone else?
Yeah. So when I was pregnant with my first one, my skin was glowing. Like I loved it. We lived in Atlanta high rise. I went upstairs every day to go tan. Like my skin was flourishing. And then I had my second one, and I was dull, I was pale, I was in the house, like, but my skin didn't change that much. Maybe did I have pimples? I think I had a little bit of pimples here and there, but no, yeah, I just like to help with stretch marks and all that. I always put castor oil on the belly. My If y'all could see me right now, like I'm snatched. I don't have no stretch marks. I always took care of my skin. Always put on moisturizer, sunscreen before you leave the house. But um, yeah, my skin definitely was flourishing with my first baby. But every baby's different. It could be the opposite for anybody. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Okay, got you. All right, so switching up a hair. So you talked about like being natural and having snatched amazing skin without the makeup. Have you been following any of the Alicia Keys and the women who are really making strides in the space of like not wearing a whole lot of makeup in the entertainment space? Have you been following any of that, and what are your thoughts?
Yeah. So right now, one of the biggest trends that I'm seeing everywhere is that less is more. So like I love it because when I wear makeup, my boyfriend's like, "Oh my god, like I hate when you have all that extra shadow." Like, it's just for us it looks good. To me it still looks good. I love me a full beat. You know what I mean? But less is more, and less is it just showcases your natural features, just enhancing them just a tad bit. I feel like a full beat can be real. Sometimes it can accentuate the features that you don't want to
Mhm.
show, you know what I mean? And but yeah, I've definitely been following that, and I love the new trend with the just lighter look, less foundation, like no makeup looks. I love that cuz it's more day to day and it's easier for people. I feel like back in the day, like 2016 makeup, that's why a lot of people weren't into makeup now, because it's like, no, I can't, it's too much for me. But now it's more inclusive for everyone, cuz everyone wants to wear a little bit of makeup. You know what I mean? We all want like a easy going look, and like an even skin tone complexion type look, because a lot, hyperpigmentation is a thing too. So yeah, I love where we are with makeup right now.
That's a funny question to tell you.
Hmm.
Like, why do men hate birthday makeup? You were saying how your boyfriend and like, have you heard that? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I feel it, homeboy. Like I feel it because it do be looking a little crazy.
Too much.
With clients that I get now, they're like, look, I want to look like myself. I don't want to look like a drag queen. I had one of my homegirls text me. Yeah, they're like, I don't want to look like a drag queen. I'm like, yo, I got you. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like I do specialize in, like we were just talking about the soft makeup looks, and I feel like I specialize in that. I can go full beat, but like I said, less is more, and that's what people are asking for. But it's funny, like, yeah, guys don't want that. If your man don't want the birthday beat, just come to me, okay? I'll make sure you good, you feeling beautiful, and yeah, without looking crazy like the drag queen.
So that said, tell us a little more about Saviano Skin and what made you. You could touch on a little more of just what made you want to focus on skincare as it relates to your particular brand.
Yes. So Saviano Skin, I made that when I was graduating from beauty school. I was ready to go full force. But one thing, let me just say this: a lot of people don't know. Once you graduate health beauty school, you have to go and get your state board license. It's not like you graduate and you get it from there. So that's number one. But again, I was pregnant with my second child by the time I graduated, and I was just so determined. I was like, I have to get this license before I pop this baby out. And lo and behold, with the help of my boyfriend, we were studying. My baby was due in June. I got my license in April. So anything is possible. But That's when I created Saviano Skin. Like I mentioned, I was focusing on facials first, skin care, skin products. And I still do want to focus on that. Just circumstances like with sweets and all that just wasn't aligning with my life at the time. But instead of just not doing anything, that's when I pushed over to makeup. So that's Saviano Skin is a little bit more makeup focused right now. But yeah, we're just offering, I'm also planning on offering brows. I don't know if you heard like lamination, like those brows are in now too. And what else? Like lashes, I don't offer lashes.
Mhm.
I'm a very like I don't want to do what everybody's doing type of
Yeah.
person.
How do
And
you feel about lashes? Are you into like clusters or strips or individuals?
so I am a individual girly. Shout out to Lash Princess.
Okay.
And CJ's lashes. I am a lash girly, but I don't like strips. Like I have strips on right now. Maybe you can or can't tell, but it's just so application.
They're so irritating
They're
sometimes. What is
annoying.
happening? And lash
Yeah.
dryness, like if you have on bad lashes, like your whole everything is messed up. Your outfit
Yes.
is bad.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if your makeup eats, if it looks like
Yes.
skin. Like if your lashes is not on corner to corner, like you looking like hot mess.
Literally. Same with brows. I don't know how we all made it through like the early 2000s brow
Right.
moment, but somehow we
You
made
know
it
what's
there.
crazy? How like the little thin brows are back in
I
style,
love that.
but some girls can rock that. And if you one of them girls, shout out to you because those brows, I couldn't. I don't think I could
Right.
rock
Or
them.
when they like completely shave off their brows and then leave the
Yes.
line or something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
that's y'all bold,
Yeah,
okay? But
that's next level. So
hmm
speaking of like all the trends and stuff, how do you feel about all these products that are coming out like on the TikTok shop and the Instagram, all those little beauty brands or
hmm
like smaller beauty brands?
hmm
What are your thoughts on those?
So I like TikTok Shop. The only thing I feel is like because these people are getting paid to post it, it's not like a true review.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I like TikTok Shop because number one, I feel like TikTok Shop is like Pockets Pro. Like they're affordable, always got a deal, but it's also like it's too much. It can be overwhelming sometimes because there's ad after ad after ad. Like, oh, buy this crimper, buy this thing. Another thing too that I want to talk about, like why because I just saw that there was an ad for Born This Way concealer, which is like $36 a bottle. They were basically selling two for one. And I'm like, it has me questioning, like, is it really like these brand like is it
Exactly.
real?
Exactly. Like, is it like some old stuff they done like
Right. Like what's the
trying to get rid
catch?
of? Like, what's going on here? No, I
Yeah.
totally feel that. I went
hmm
down a crazy rabbit hole thinking of the clip-in extensions, the hair extensions, the curly
yes.
hair extensions that
I
they
ain't
used to
gonna lie.
have. I'm like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I bought some hair from TikTok Shop.
how was it? Because I'm
Honestly,
like,
it was okay. It wasn't bad. It's just I don't know why I got deep wave, knowing damn well I ain't got no deep wave hair. I might leave
oh
out looking
God.
crazy, but it was straight. I think it was cool. I'm not one to know 100% like what good quality hair is, but it did what it had to do for what I needed. You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
totally get that. I'm really big on just like as you can see.
Right.
Just natural is just the way to go because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like you're not always gonna have a spin a night bag. Like
Yes. You feel me? Like.
yes,
Mm-mm.
and like when like I think about like when COVID happened and stuff, like people were in the house probably looking crazy. I was able to maintain my face, like I was
Mhm.
still able to take some selfies, look
Right.
good. I didn't have to go anywhere to get anything done. It was
Exactly.
so I think about that often. But
Mhm.
anyway, that's neither here nor
Yes.
there. So counterpart to the whole TikTok shop side,
Mhm.
are there any high end products that you feel are like over just like too much, like why are we talking,
See,
like
I'm trying to get these PR packages, so I'm not gonna name no names.
I get it.
But
Or any major ones that you maybe prefer or like you're like this one is for sure and
mhm.
then
The thing about high end products is I've heard this a lot from like Sephora employees, Ulta employees, that the high end, just because it's high end doesn't mean it's better. But shout out to Elf because
mm-hmm.
Elf is super affordable and it does what it has to do. Of course, the quality of the I feel like sometimes you're paying for package. I feel like
Mm,
those higher prices are for just packaging. Because a
the
lot of the times, Elf grip primer will have enough for you to last 3 months, and then let's say Huda Beauty's primer is enough for a month. You know what I mean? But and they do the same thing, and it sometimes is the same result. But um, like I said, high end doesn't always mean better. But I really, really do like Hourglass, the concealer. Shout out to Hourglass. I think Hourglass is a all over high end, and all of their products I could say are amazing. Huda Beauty, I feel like is getting a little overhyped right now because they're just trying to start trends. They wanted to start trends, with the pink under eyes.
Mm,
I love that. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, "Oh, blush," but I really do like the pink under eye right here, and and then Huda is trying to like implement the purpley under eye, which is like kind of like it's a different thing. You know what I mean? And it whatever for anybody, but um,
are there any other trends that you're like, I'm not feeling that?
mm, I don't know if you've seen like these people are putting yarn. Like
Oh my God.
you seen it?
No.
So okay, so they're like gluing yarn all over,
Oh, and
like
doing the whole thing. I did see a video of
yes, like
that.
looking like a rag doll. To me, it's art. It's
Yeah.
art, but it's stupid. Like
Yeah.
to me, it's like what? Okay,
It
anything for the views though.
that did take a turn.
Hmm.
I wasn't. I don't know. I do get mesmerized by some of the people who do like the like painting themselves as Michael Jackson and all that
Yeah,
stuff. That's next level.
it
That's
is next level, and that's art. At the end of the day, like
are you going to tap into anything fun maybe for like Halloween or like costume stuff? Like,
mm,
you ever take that route or get creative?
I'm not really a special effects gal. I'm
Okay.
not. If anything, I'll put on. I'll look like a little cat. Put on some little cheetah prints right here. Little vibe. But I'm not like I can paint, and I think that's why I fell into like love with makeup. But like as far as like that's a whole different type of art. Like
Yeah.
that's a whole another side of talent.
Okay, cool. So, what do you focus on when it comes to creating content?
So what I like to focus on is just the quality of it. Just make sure the lighting is good because okay, this is what I realized. My makeup is the same, right? If I don't use like a specific type of light, then it won't give that same effect, like that same high quality effect that brings those clients in.
Mhm.
And so that's what it I really just focus on the lighting
Yeah.
and also the background. Just make sure the aesthetic because everything on Instagram now, TikTok is the aesthetic. So you just have to match that and just find inspiration and go based off of that because it's really not even that hard to just keep posting. That's the only thing. If you want to go up on Instagram, get paid, TikTok, all of that, just keep going until you hit that one video. And once you when that one video goes viral, then just go based off of that aesthetic because that's all you're reaching for, really.
Copy that. Okay, well, we are pretty much at the end of our interview. I just wanted you to leave us with a few ways that anyone watching can find you. Anything that you'd like to shout out
Yes.
before?
So shout out to Rolling Out and Why Toby. That's my brother. I appreciate him for bringing me out here. You can find me at Saviano Skin on Instagram or Chef Nick on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, so just book with me. I'm really, really cool. And I'll make sure you won't leave with that birthday makeup that we talking about.
Yes, thank
But
you
yeah,
so
appreciate y'all.
much.
Yay. That was a little nerve wracking.